Crosswell. Hi, Expo here. So in this video, I wanted to react to Katy Perry E.T. featuring Kanye West. So this music video, I had watched this many times, and I remember the day that it exactly came out. But it's on theme with my channel, especially talking about aliens, and then it's like science and everything like that. But I'm viewing this music video and this song much differently, and I wanted to do a reaction video because I had done other like songs in the on my channel before. But I just want to get into the video so I can actually like talk about this video itself. So I'm just gonna like have it muted, but I'm just gonna just like audibly like go like not scene by scene, but like the overall like vibe of what it's going at. So starting off, it's like a junkyard. So basically with the junkyard, there's bunches of broken machine pieces and everything like that. And there's a song, it's an old song, I'm not sure by who's actually sung it, but it's just like a very old song. Like it's about where is my lover? And then it goes to a robot guy that's just sitting there. So it just zooms into like the robot guy. And the one thing I want to take note in is that it's like, it seems like an orb is just flying down, but within the orb, it's Kanye West. And what I want to talk about is from what his bars is what he's saying. He's saying stuff like, okay, if this is an alien in an orb, in a UFO type of thing, why not have him dressed in like a way that is actually futuristic, rather than him wearing sunglasses as every other rapper does, just wearing just like stereotypical. It doesn't even look interesting. It looks boring, in my opinion. The tech inspiration and the visuals look cool, but I'm coming from a fashion point of view, especially when it comes to futuristic fashion, because I take it very seriously. This is boring because like the way that he's dressed, and it doesn't match with his bars. The way that this music video is going, and it just started off, it's not very interesting from what he just said. And then it just zooms out to Katy Perry, who is presenting herself as an alien. I don't know why they didn't keep that into the entire video rather than just adding her like from different scenes and different alien looks, because they could have literally kept her in the same look. And I'm pretty sure you guys have seen this video because this music video came out 15 years ago. So, and she had done a Lifetime tour, and she done a rendition of E.T., but it was with the mainframe guy. I don't know why she didn't add that in the album in the first place of the new version of E.T., and they could have made it into a better version. And I want to get to Katy Perry's performance on that Lifetime tour because, in my opinion, it was a joke because the way that she performed was not taken seriously. Talking about women's world and everything like that. With music, I take it very seriously. I listen to music very seriously, and I listen to it very differently. And the way that these artists are just like performing on stage, and the way that she performed on stage is a joke. But going back to this video, the way that she could have, so I'm pretty sure, like I said, mentioned before, that you guys have seen this music video before. When towards the very end, she met her lover and they walked off into the sun. But why was there different versions of her alien look? They could have kept the same alien look in the first place, because the first look looked very interesting and different. So if they kept it into the entire video, it would make sense, because starting off, she is a gray alien and she's just floating in space like a nebula. And it shows different scenery. And that scene, it looks like the scene from E.T., E.T. Phone Home, like that type of alien. So if they had kept that version of her, because that looked very interesting, and then it just switched up into doing just a human version of an alien with a different type of hairstyle, which is interesting, but it doesn't make sense on why it just literally switched into like that look. Now, going to the makeup of it, you can actually see scene by scene that it just literally keeps changing. So the reason why I'm literally sorry that I'm stuttering, I'm just like actually formulating my words because I'm taking this very seriously. And when I talk about alien life, I'm talking about it in a real life type of occurrence. If you think of the Milky Way galaxy and the Andromeda galaxy, don't you think there would be life in another galaxy, considering we have other galaxies within our own Milky Way galaxy? If you think about the distance from the sun to our Earth, think about the distance of that. If the distance from the sun to our Earth is able to have life on planet, think about other galaxies to have that possibility. We literally have cosmic neighbors that we don't even know about because we're so focused on Earth about working. Always creating families. But it's like, what information are you passing down to your family? Because every human body has information that you pass down information to your child. What information are you passing down to your child? People are just literally having kids left and right. This is the reason why I'm talking about galaxies. I'm talking about life, not just aliens, like green little aliens. So going back to this video, when she switched to her alien human look, it switched again to a different outfit. And she's goofily just wobbling around in space with the background just changing. Like I said before, they could have kept the original look that they started with through the entire video with how it would match the song. So it literally goes to her eyes, and her eyes are literally like different alien-like. But then it switched up again to when she's wearing contacts. Like her eyes look different, and then it switched to like contact eyes. So if you're going to have her eyes look a specific type of way, why would you do a zoom up of her eyes just wearing contacts? That doesn't even match the way the other little scene looked like with her eyes. And then she just goes down to some of like the scene earlier with like the machine, the broken machine, the junkyard on the ground, and she's wearing a different look. Why is she having different looks? It doesn't make sense. If she starts off with like being like a gray alien, then it switches up to her being just like a human alien looking like version of herself. Then it switches up to another outfit, and then it switches to another outfit as she's entering another atmosphere. If she was just in space, it doesn't make sense. Very dramatic, cinematic, but it doesn't make sense on like what it originally started with to get to this point, to the point where she's now going closer to the robot guy that was on the ground. So when she's getting closer, she touches the robot guy and it comes alive. And that's when Kanye's part came on. Sorry, my English. It would have been really interesting because he mentioned Mars. Why would he mention Mars? Is he a Martian? Because the way that he's presenting himself, like with just wearing sunglasses like every other rapper, why could he not had wear like a different take on an outfit, incorporating sunglasses, maybe adding tech into the sunglasses, maybe adding some tech into his outfit if he's representing another being in that regard? So the scene comes alive where the robot guy he stands up and then Katy Perry kisses him. So the robot guy changes. I don't know how he changes into his human form, but that's his lover. But he's naked. clothesless. And they both look up. So it goes to the scene of her Katy Perry putting glasses on, and they're walking to the light. But then her legs change to like animal legs. How does that make sense with the gray alien to going to a human alien version of herself twice? So they're going into like the atmosphere of the junkyard. Now she has animal legs. And then they walk up to the sunlight. So it doesn't make any sense. There's no storyline of how it actually connects. And it just keeps going and going and going. With music videos representing alien life, I feel like there could be a better way to actually take that into a creative level. And I'm coming from this from a fashion point of view. Because it doesn't make any sense. It literally doesn't make any sense. And going to Katy Perry's performance on a Lifetime tour, I get that artists, they have their moment on stage. But if you're representing yourself as an artist, don't do cringy moves. Actually showcase yourself on stage. Show the potential that you have as a musician. Have something that is worth watching. Not being a laughingstock, considering that you went to space briefly. Not many people can actually talk about that. If you had gone to space to promote your tour, you should have used that information of how actually gravity was actually like. Instead of doing all these other things, talking about fictional things, talk about how you actually went to space, experienced it, brought that to the stage performance seriously, and not do cringy stuff. Because if we live in space and you had actually shown a music video in space as an alien, why not show that on stage in a different format, in an upgraded new version of that self with ET? But with that being said, Xwell out.